Hi everybody, it's Tony, the Shopify guy here again. I've been asked to give you a quick rundown of Google Shopping and Shopify and how it all hangs together. There's a number of factors involved here that make it all work, and those include an app or some changes to Shopify to the product. It includes having to get yourself a Google Merchant Center account. You've then got shopping ads on Google Shopping itself, and you've also got product listing ads and shopping ads within Google AdWords, and the whole lot hangs together. So the first thing that you need to do is to grab yourself, if I can find it, grab yourself a Google Merchant Center account. So go and create a Google Merchant Center account first. As a default, you can only have one store for one Merchant Center account. And you can't create another Merchant Center account because Google are a pain in the ass. But you can run multiple stores in one Merchant Center. So you see here I've got Katie's Boutique UK and katieslingerie.com, both under the same Merchant Center account. But in order to do that, you have to ask Google nicely and fill a form out to say that you want to do that, because the default is one account, one store, and you can only have one account. So that's just something to bear in mind. If you want a multi-store account for Merchant Center, both of them here have a different ID, then when you create your Merchant Center account, you need to say to Google, look, I've got more than one store and I'd like a multi-store account, please. So when you've got your store set up, you will get your Merchant Center ID. Go back into Shopify and install the app. Now, Shopify do a free app called Google Shopping. Install that app, and the first thing it will do is it will make changes to your product that you need to be aware of. So it adds extra fields into your product that are required to be sent to Google Shopping. So what I've done here is I've clicked on this Avenue baby doll. So it's right here. So here you can see it. And you can see the extra fields that have been added now into Shopify. And some of them are mandatory and some of them are optional. The mandatory ones, if they are wrong, will throw an error and the product will not be added into Merchant Center. If it just throws a warning, you don't need to worry about that. The product will go over. So you can see here I've got 24 errors, in which case those products have not gone over. 900 are warnings, which I'm not bothered about. And it's published 933 of my products into Google Shopping. So the sort of things that you have to set now for each product is you have to set an equivalent Google product category so it knows where to list it. And it's a drop-down list. You go ahead and you select the closest category for that particular product. It might not be an exact match, lingerie, it's not bra, brief, thongs, whatever, but it's lingerie. So you need to set the product category. You can set those in bulk back here by selecting everything. And then you can check a bulk action and you can select the product category. So if everything you sell is in pets, you can just select all of your products and bulk add pets. You don't need to go and do each one there. The next thing is some of the listing details. Now these are important because Google will not allow you to list it without filling some of these things out. You have to say whether it's new or secondhand or used or whatever. Obviously all of my products are new. You have to set an age group. Now that's not your age group, that's what Google believes your product to be. Now I sell lingerie, which I could easily argue is not an adult product, but it's for an adult market, so we have to set that so Google understands where to list it. Kids, infant, newborn, toddler, because I'm selling clothing. Who's it targeted at? Male or female, or either, or nobody. So I have to set that as well. If I don't set these, when it syncs my product up, it will error. Now, at the moment, you can use custom products. That's changing. I think it's the 16th of March. It's either the 16th of March or the 16th of May. Google requires you to have what's called a GTIN, the Global Trade Identification Number for every product, which is it's effectively the barcode. No barcode, no list your products. End of. At the moment, you can check this box to say I don't have a barcode or a GTIN, so like list me anyway. It's something I've made in my bedroom, and there's exceptions to that. But Google are tightening up on that. So no GTIN, no listing. That's also true of Amazon. So, for example, if you wanted to list things on Amazon, you need the same thing. No GTIN code, no barcode, no listing on Amazon. And what I'm seeing in the industry is people are tightening up on it. And the reason for that is if you've got a genuine licensed product, they know it is a genuine licensed product because it will have a trade identification number against it. And also, if people are listing the same thing, they should all have the same GTIN. So it's becoming more and more important. I think it's a matter of time before Facebook do the same. They say if you want to do a product ad, for a specific product like a retarget, product needs to have a GTIN. I think that will come in. There's some tailoring here. You can put custom labels on for your campaign. You can set AdWords groupings and AdWords labels if you want to do that. And you also need variants. Variants may be the color, and I think Google requires you to have a color. I could be wrong. But each of the sizes here, a price, and also a requirement for Google Shopping is you have to have stock. You can't list. You have to track inventory for it. There's no two ways about it because you have to tell them whether you've got stock or not. So the way to do that is if you don't track inventory, just turn inventory on and set ridiculously high stock for all of your items, so they always show in stock. What I have on mine is a sync to my suppliers. So if the supplier has it, I have it. If the supplier doesn't, I don't. So I can never sell something that I don't have. Christmas time, that's a pain in the ass for me because everybody starts buying stuff. One year I came really unstuck, that an item became really popular and I sold a ton of it and it was out of stock with the supplier. So for me, it's a good thing to have that, but it is a requirement of Google Shopping for you to say whether you have stock or not of that item, and it will not list ads, products that don't have stock. So let's go over to our merchant center, and we'll select Katie's Boutique from my multiples. Okay, and the reason you need to set up Merchant Center before you install the Shopify app is because the Shopify app will say, what's your Merchant Center number, because I need to sync up to your Merchant Center account. And you won't know that until you install or until you create your Merchant Center account. So that's why you have to create the Merchant Center account first. So we can see here all of the different things, that over time, the number of products I've got. Green is it's active, yellow is it's expiring, and there's a time frame to this. So you upload your products, and they stay live for a certain period of time and they expire. So you have to resync it, or you have to set auto sync on. Some of them will get reviewed because Google will want to look at them to see that they're okay. Some of them will get disapproved. The disapproved ones are these errors, and if we look, it says here that unknown missing is my error. So if we have a look at one of those products, I have no idea what that means. I can look at the particular item and I can fix those errors. But as long as you get down to warnings, unknown can't be blank. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea. So I need to find the field unknown, wherever that is, and resolve that error. But warnings are fine. Just go with warnings. Running through this, diagnostics, it's telling me what's approved, what isn't approved, what's good, bad, and ugly. 4 items with errors. Feeds are all looking good. With feeds, if I click on feeds, you will notice there aren't any. Now, what a feed is in Google Merchant Center is not a Shopify app. With Shopify, you have an app that pushes things into Google Merchant Center. If you had a flat file, for example, you could create a feed and import that file. Set up like a regular process to import that file. That would be a feed, but you are not having a feed with Shopify. It is pushed from Shopify into Merchant Center. There are no feeds. Products. Here's all of my products. It's telling me green is listed in Shopping. So actually in Google Shopping, that product is available. Here's my ID, my price, the availability. You can see in stock, out of stock. So stock is a requirement for Google Shopping and for Merchant Center. but it may show as out of stock, if that makes some sense. So you can list things that are out of stock, but it will say in Google Shopping it's out of stock. You cannot list things that have no inventory. So you have to have inventory control to list it. But I say just set them all to 1 million in stock or something if you don't use it. It's showing you paid clicks. So this is effectively my shopping campaigns in AdWords, what I've had paid clicks to it. And if I go and look at, let's get rid of that, we're getting a bit confused here. If I go on to Googling Genera Shorts and look at shopping, you can see these are paid, sorry, not paid, these are ads within Google Shopping that Google's displaying. They're not my company, these particular ones, but you can see the product and you can see the company that's displayed it, the price, and this is what a shopping ad will look like in Google. They're free. Why would you not do that? It's extra free traffic to your site. People will find these things on Google Shopping. They'll go to your site organically. It's not cost you anything. So if you're not doing shopping, you're missing a trick. And you need to understand the difference between Google Shopping ads and paid campaigns, paid shopping campaigns within Google AdWords. Google Shopping is free. And if we go into AdWords, you will then see all my products have appeared under Ad Group 1, because within Google Shopping, it creates a campaign for you and it syncs up all of your products into AdWords as a campaign. You can then go into AdWords and you'll see all of your products here in the campaign, and you can create a paid Google Shopping campaign within AdWords as you normally do. So you've got the ability to change your settings, your ads, your keywords, your audience, all of the things that you would normally do in a paid campaign within AdWords, but your products are getting into here from Shopify, through the app in Shopify into Google Shopping, and then from Google Shopping they filter into AdWords, and you can create the paid product ad listing. Let's see if we can Google something. We might be able to do that, and I can show you the difference. So if I Google Rosa Shorts, let's see what that comes up with. Make them up. Oh, here we go. So these are paid. You can see it says sponsored here. Paid shopping ads that have been created within AdWords, as opposed to shopping, these are all free ads within Google Shopping. So that's the difference. It can be quite involved, and you need to kind of understand Shopify, you need to understand the app, you need to understand Google Shopping, and you need to understand Google AdWords. So all of these things hang together to give you the end result. But it's the actual app itself within Shopify is free. Google Shopping is free, so that's effectively free traffic for you, and you've got all of your products listed within your AdWords account. So you can go ahead and you can create paid ad campaigns that come up with imagery as you would normally do. So instead of these paid ads here with just text, you've got the beautiful image ads come up as well. So I think it's a very powerful thing. It can be a little complicated. I think I probably just glossed over things here, and I'm happy to go into more detail for you. But that's just a broad brush explanation of the process for Google Shopping within the Shopify platform. I hope that's been a little help. Feel free to ask me some questions. If you want stuff going through in more detail, drop me a line. I'll knock up another video for you with some more detail. But I hope that's helped give you a little bit more of an understanding of the process.